So today I was thinking about making some jollof rice or eating some jollof rice rather, and I thought to myself, how can I make my meal a little more nutritionally beneficial? So I thought, let's add some vegetables. So I decided to cook some Riro. This is a vegetable that's usually cooked in Western Nigeria in Africa, and it's usually made with some meat, some seafood as well, but I decided to keep it simple today, so I didn't really add lots of that. I wanted it to be as plant-based as possible. Anyway, so here I've bleached my oil in a hot pan, about 2 over 3 cups of oil, and I am frying some red bell pepper and some onions. And when I was doing the research for this video, I found out that bell pepper actually has a lot more vitamin C than most citrus fruit. And that was surprising. I think 1 cup of chopped bell pepper contained about 300% of your daily needs of vitamin C. So that's really good for, healing and just helping to rejuvenate your tissues and including cartilage. So it can help, vitamin C can be really helpful in relieving arthritis. And I thought that was pretty cool. Although you do lose some of that vitamin C when you cook. So just be aware of that. But still, I think you could probably still get a good amount. And also depends on the cooking methods that you decide to use. So yeah, so I saute this for about I would say about 2 minutes, just for the flavor of my vegetables to get into, just to release it into the oil. I stir it for just a little bit and to have that just continue to cook. And as you can see, my stovetop on the other side needs help, and I have a video coming up on how I got to clean that too. I finally found a method that really works. If you have an electric stovetop, you know how annoying they can be, and how they stain so quickly. So yeah, I'll link that video. I'll post up that video soon as well. So if you have an electric stove stop and you're thinking about, how can I get this to be clean, I found something that may help you as well. But yeah, anyways, I cooked this for a little bit. And then here I'm going to add some reduced stew base. So stew base is basically just some tomatoes with bell peppers, habanero or onions, ginger, garlic, kind of just blended together and then boiled for a little bit so that you can reduce the water content, because the idea behind a forero is that you don't want it to be soupy. You want it to just not have so much water content that it becomes a soup. When you reduce spinach, there's some water that releases. So before you add spinach, you want to, whatever ingredients you're cooking should have, as little water as possible in your pot. But yeah, I sauteed this for a little bit. I just, maybe I'll say give it another 1 minute. The stew base is already cooked, so honestly you don't need to cook it that much. I think for me it's just for it to warm up and kind of blend together with the onions and peppers. And you can see here that I also have my spinach already chopped. This is, I believe, not just spinach. It is also some other types of grains mixed in. I got like a green spring mix from Costco. I'll place, a link for it below if anybody wants to try it. And here is one of my star ingredients. This is locust beans. Locust beans is usually grown in, I think, West Africa. I don't know if they grow it in other parts, but definitely West Africa. And they call it Iru in my language, which is Yoruba, and call it Ogiri for Igbo people. And what I really like about locust beans is it's a beans that is fermented. Iru is fermented, and if you know anything about fermentation usually enhances the nutrition of the food and helps release some really good nutrients. So think about amino acids in your locust beans. The fermentation process is likely to make the amino acid more free and available for your body to use. But yeah, so I love that. Although it does stink, I want to make sure that everybody understands that if you haven't been using this for too long, this would definitely could definitely stink up your house, and you may just not like that. So that's just a warning for anyone who wants to try to use this. If you don't like it, just skip it, to be honest. And then my next star ingredient is grounded crayfish, and it's spelled Crayfish. This is crayfish. This is not crawfish. This is different from crawfish, different from shrimp, but they're in the same family. And crayfish also is another star ingredient, and I like it because it has um, a good amount of calcium, a good amount of iodine, protein, omega-3 fatty acids, and all these just really work together well to nourish your body to, just fill you up, make you feel good. But yeah, so that's that. So I cooked that for a little bit, and if you also notice here, locust beans is also kind of fermented with a little bit of salt. So just be aware of that when you start trying to spice up your food. Um, Crayfish is, you can it smells fishy, like that's the kind of smell it gives off. So if you don't like that too, again, you can skip that. But this is just kind of some of the main ingredients for Riro. And here I just added bullion cubes. I added about 1 teaspoon of bullion cubes, and I'm trying to be a little bit more conscious of my salt intake. And notice I say trying here because salt is one of those things that is just it's so abundant in our foods these days. And when you're eating, fries, eating chips, whatever you're eating, there's a lot of salt in all these things. And when you go out to eat too, foods are usually very salty outside. So I'm trying to watch my salt intake, and so it's something to think about. I'm trying to, not pass on high blood pressure, diabetes, and all of that to my children. Like, I want to be the person in the generation who's like, nah, this stops with me, because we do have high blood pressure in my family, on my mom's side. Anyway, so now I'm going to add some red pepper. And again, if you're not a spicy person, please skip this. But we Yoruba people, we love spice. So usually there's some like, you just like it when it's tingling your tongue, like you love that. So we add pepper to almost anything. um but yeah, I added, this is just red ground pepper from Nigeria, and you can find this at any like local African store. It is spicy, so yeah, be aware of that. But yeah, now I get to add my spinach, or shall I say mixed greens. And you can see here with the spinach, like, you see all the spinach. I don't think I'll be able to eat that as a salad. Like, there's just no way. Like, all that in one sitting, no. But even in 2 sittings, I don't think so. But when it's cooked down, you see how much this reduces. It reduces significantly. I cooked this down for about another 2 to 3 minutes, and just when it's all coming together and cooking. And so, what I like about this meal is that it went from me just wanting to eat jollof rice to thinking about, okay, let's do it in a way that makes our body happier. And I've been able to incorporate lots of nutrients into this food just by adding this side. Now I have lots of fiber. I have good, iron content both from spinach and the locust beans, some calcium from the um, crayfish. So yeah, just different things that you can add to make your food serve your body better. So remember, guys, to eat better, move a little more, and always rest. Yeah, so thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I'll try to answer them. And here is my plate. I have my efforiro with my jollof rice, and it was delicious. I felt full, and it was lovely, and I had a good afternoon. All right. Have a good rest of your week. Until next time. Bye, everyone.